And freedom, well, it isn't free. We start there on this Memorial Day, remembering all the men and women who have fallen, making the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. We're also reminded of this great quote by one of America's greatest presidents, Ronald Reagan. Listen to this.
As we honor their memory today, let us pledge that their lives, their sacrifices, their valor shall be justified and remembered for as long as God gives life to this nation. And let us also pledge to do our utmost to carry out what must have been their wish, that no other generation of young men will ever have to share their experiences and repeat their sacrifice.
Joining me now, Texas Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne. Congresswoman, thank you for carving out time for us on this Memorial Day. Your political opposition is a far cry from Ronald Reagan. Instead of the reverence we just saw for our armed forces, the socialists are seeking to divide our military along racial lines with the introduction of critical race theory. On the local level, they're defunding cops. On the national level, they're dividing our troops. Your reaction on this Memorial Day?
I mean, I just looked at listened to the clip from President Reagan, and I mean, I want to go back to that time when you actually had elected officials who fought for and recognized the sacrifice that our military has made to be able to protect the values and the freedoms of our country. And what I see right now is not a country divided on being Republican or Democrat, but those folks who love America and American values and ideals, and those who apologize for it and hate it. And, when you look at the tweets that came out over this weekend, from the president or from the vice president talking about, oh, have a great weekend. This is not about having a great weekend. This is Memorial Day weekend, where we take into account all of those losses, those families who don't have sons, fathers, brothers coming home, husbands, because they actually took a stand and they supported American beliefs, across the seas, just to make sure that it doesn't happen on our property. And I'm sorry, but you listen to a President Reagan and then you listen to a President Biden. It's day and night difference. And you look at the budget that just came down, and if you want to talk about the priorities of a president, look no farther than their budget. I mean, he is stripping Homeland Security. He is stripping money from defense, opening up our borders. That's where we've come to in this country.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, you mentioned those tweets. Let's get into that first. Both Joe Biden and Kamala Harris made no mention of our troops in their official tweets for the weekend. Biden saying only, quote, stay cool this weekend, folks, end quote, showing a photo of him getting an ice cream. Oh, that's so much tribute to our troops there. And then Kamala Harris saying, quote, enjoy the long weekend, with a photo of herself. Tone deaf doesn't cover it, does it, Congresswoman?
It doesn't. It really doesn't. And you think about the folks that we've got right now in Congress. You look like a Congressman Mast, you look at Congressman Crenshaw, and what they have given up to fight for their country. And these are folks right now who are having to fight with this administration to make sure that we have enough money to defend our country and not apologize for it, but to be able to protect it. And you've got people that have been elected who really don't really seem to care. They throw that to the wind. And on a day like today and a weekend like today, I think it would behoove all of us to sit back and realize that unless we fight for these freedoms, unless you fight for these ideals, what we have enjoyed for generation after generation really does stand to be lost. These leftist radical ideas that are coming out of this administration, that are coming out of this party, that are hijacking our Congress, in our Supreme Courts and in our courts across the country. I mean, you think about right now what we should be paying attention to. And again, I think about the budget, and I think about our open borders, and I think about what's happening overseas. I think about not investigating China for the coronavirus. I mean, the attacks that we're getting from foreign.
Let's turn to the southern border, because you just mentioned that, Congresswoman, that the crisis on the southern border is showing no signs of abating. You got Kamala Harris, the border czar, she's MIA, and in Texas, Border Patrol agents nabbed 10 convicted sex offenders crossing the border in 1 week. Those are the ones they caught. Plus, DHS Secretary Mayorkas is planning on making significant changes to ICE that will make them less effective at stopping illegal aliens from coming over the border. I'll ask you what I'm asked all the time. What can law-abiding Americans do to stop this outside of having to wait another year and a half for an election?
Let their voices be heard at a time when we have people coming over the border at rates, the highest rates we've had in 21 years, at a time when you have fewer ICE detentions than ever, at a time when you're cutting and defunding ICE, defunding Homeland Security. I mean, I have written a letter. I've asked for support from my colleagues to demand from Mayorkas, you're closing detention centers in Georgia. You're closing detention centers in Massachusetts. Where are you putting those detainees? What's going to happen to the ones who are there now? What's going to happen to the ones that are stopped in the future? Where are you putting them? We don't have any answers to this at all. So, yeah, to answer your question, we do have open borders at this point, and we're stopping the folks right now who are in charge of removing those criminal elements. As you've seen, you've got sex traffickers coming over, you've got drug cartels coming over, human smugglers that are coming over our borders, terrorists that are coming over our borders, and you're cutting out the legs of Immigration and Customs Enforcement to do their job. And maybe I take this personally. You know, Chris, you know, when I was mayor of the city of Irving, the city had a phenomenal partnership with Immigration and Customs Enforcement. And what it did is it led to our lowest crime rate in our city's history. We became the 5th safest city in the country because we had law enforcement officers work together to do that. And now we're going in the exact opposite direction, all-time highs of folks coming over the border. And as you mentioned, a lot of them are bad people.
Right. Well, let's talk about some of those, because you're there working. You know, unlike your Democrat colleagues, you brought forward 2 pieces of legislation to the House floor this past week, the Disarming Felons Act and the Restaurant Recovery Fairness Act. Now, criminals and destroying businesses, those are the top priorities of your Socialist Democrat colleagues. Do you think that your bills will even get a hearing, considering you standing against criminals having firearms and you standing up for businesses is so unpopular among Socialist Democrats?
So it would seem. I mean, I was just criticized along with a number of my colleagues because we actually shared a tweet about a program that is being taxpayer funded, and we shared it, which was the Restaurant Revitalization Fund. Yeah, my bill will basically say we want to make sure that the dollars that are going out are going to those folks who can legally have access to it. It's not being fraud. It's not to restaurants that actually don't exist. We want to make sure that dollars are getting to where they need to be spent. But as you saw, we're getting criticized because we're trying to advertise a program that we thought was vital. In fact, you asked if we're going to be able to get support for it from our Democrats. The Restaurant Revitalization Fund, we actually, Republicans, tried to pass an amendment to double the amount that was available in that fund, and not one single Democrat supported it. So to your question, are we going to be able to get support, or is it just playing politics? It would appear it's playing politics. I hear from my Democrat colleagues all the time that they want to decrease the amount of crime and violence caused by guns, and yet you've got a bill right now on the table that could do that. Am I going to get support on it? We'll see. But I don't hold a whole lot of hope out, because I get the feeling that what they're more interested in is the talking points and not actually getting the job done.
Well, you know what? You have a lot more faith in your Democrat socialist colleagues than I do. I think the reason why they don't want to address your bill, Congresswoman, is that their target is not criminals. Their target is law-abiding citizens who have firearms. Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne, appreciate the time you carve out for the Salcedo Show here on this Memorial Day. We'll talk again soon.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.